Start at 12 is better.
Okay, it's 12 already. Nankishore, let me know when to start.
How many people he said are there?
25 had registered, like including me, Shreya, and Nirav.
And
So
when-
32.
We are live, ma'am.
Okay.
Are my slides visible? Should we start? Okay. Yeah, so hi, good afternoon, everyone. We are live now. So thanks for taking out your time and joining us today. I would like to extend my warm welcome to everyone for joining today's webinar on innovations in obesity management, nutrition, and beyond. Hoping for a great session and loads of insights for a webinar today. And before we begin, let me quickly walk you through the agenda for this session. So we'll start with the welcome, introduction of speakers and instructions, followed by the presentation on obesity, what's new for India by Ms. Sheila Krishnaswamy. Then we will come to exciting Good Monk new product introduction by Ms. Isha Singh, followed by the product usage feedback by Ms. Swati Patel. We'll conclude the session with Good Monk Nutrition Affiliate Plan by Ms. Isha, and then Q&A session if time permits. So since this is an intimate group, we encourage you to share your questions in the comment section throughout the session. If we don't get time to address them live, we'll ensure that we follow up with you all individually after the session. So we are honored to have some exceptional speakers with us today. Our first speaker is Ms. Sheila Krishnaswamy, ma'am. And we are privileged to have her today. She is a name that doesn't need an introduction in nutrition and science fraternity. She is a renowned diet, nutrition, and wellness consultant with over 40 years of experience. And she's associated with Scientific Council member at Good Monk, and she guides us with her vast nutrition knowledge and experience throughout. Joining her is Ms. Isha Singh. She is Head Nutrition, Product Innovation, Comms and Clinicals at Good Monk. She's also an accomplished professional with 15 plus years of nutrition industry experience, delivering innovative product solutions, scientific engagements, and creating value for businesses in India and Asia Pacific markets. She holds a MS in Food and Nutrition Sciences from SNDT University, Mumbai, a PG certificate in Marketing and Brand Management for MICA, and professional certificate in product strategy from IIM Kozhikode. Let's get started with this exciting session. Let's begin with Ms. Sheila, ma'am. The floor is yours, ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Shreya, for the nice, short and sweet introduction. And thank you, Isha, for giving me this opportunity to share a few thoughts on obesity. I'm just going to share my slides. Please tell me if it's visible. Are the slides visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. I mean, we all talk about obesity all the time, and we are aware that there is a huge burden of obesity in India. We also know about the complications that obesity can lead to, all of that. So I'm just going to very briefly go through what we have in the latest scenario, especially pertaining to India. So looking at the global burden obesity, in 2022, it was found that 1 in 8 people in the world were living with obesity. And in 2022, 2.5 billion adults, that is 43% of adults 18 years or older, were overweight. And of these, 890 million or 16% were living with obesity. And that's a huge number. And the latest, in 2024, 35 million children under the age of 5 were overweight. That is not a very happy scene to have. And the World Health Organization has come up with this beautiful slide, which says the weight of the world is changing. Most of the world's population live in countries where overweight and obesity kill more than underweight does. Everybody needs to act to create a healthier future. And definitely dietitians and nutritionists play a humongous role in controlling or combating or preventing obesity as well. Looking at the Indian scenario, the prevalence of obesity in India is estimated at 40.3%, according to this paper published in 2020. South India was the highest at 46%, and East was the lowest at 32%. Obesity, I'm sure all of you have seen this, was higher among women than men, more in urban than rural, and over 40 than under 40. More education implied a higher obesity, that is 44% college educated versus 38% uneducated people, as did lowered physical activity, which is not at all surprising for all of us. According to NFHS 5, there are 6.4 women who are obese and 4% of men between the age of 15 and 49 who are obese. 3.4% of children under 5 years are overweight at an all India level. This again is not a very happy scene for us. A study by the NCD Risk Factor Collaboration, which was published in the Lancet in 2022, found that 44 million women and 26 million men in India were obese. Further on, there was also an abdominal obesity survey done in India, and the prevalence in the country was found to be 40% in women and 12% in men. I'm surprised actually it's just 12% because I think we see, at least we in healthcare professionals see much more abdominal obesity than just 12%, but maybe since this is the population statistics, it's probably only 12%. The findings show that 5 to 6 out of 10 women between the ages of 30 and 50 are abdominally obese. And we do see people who come to us, women particularly, who come to us after childbirth with abdominal obesity problem, and also during menopause or perimenopause time, who come to us with central obesity problem. So having gone through all this, the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting brought out this infographic in March 2025, that is earlier this year, to showcase the key factors that drive the increase in obesity in India. Of course, they mentioned high calorie, low nutrient diets, consumption of refined carbohydrates and saturated fats, easy access to processed foods, which is widespread availability of packaged and ready-to-eat meals, growing culture of eating out, which is not surprising, use of genetically modified crops, altered food composition impacting metabolism and weight gain. This I thought was a very interesting observation. Physical inactivity, of course, declining engagement in sports, exercise, and outdoor activities, and sedentary lifestyles, which include long hours of sitting, excessive screen time, and minimal movement in daily routines. Just today, I got a WhatsApp forward, which I'm going to quickly read through. Just give me one moment. Yeah, it says, okay, without offending any brand names here, it says X and Y don't want you to cook your own food. A and B do not want you to walk. I think you can guess the companies here. And P and S don't want you to leave home. The next generation will have to work really hard to stay healthy. This is not surprising because we see that all the time, right? So the European Association for the Study in Obesity brought out this beautiful infographic, which says obesity and impacts on health in females. Of course, their BMI range is much, much higher than what we have in India. But as you can see, there are effects on neurological and psychological, respiratory, digestive, skin health, reproduction, lipedema, endocrine and metabolic disorders are seen, cardiovascular problems are seen, immunity gets affected, Some types of cancers are linked to obesity. There are renal problems and musculoskeletal problems, which are all associated with obesity. And the similar infographic is also seen for men. The only difference being that there is no lipedema here for male, and the reproductive health is, the PCOS is not mentioned for men, of course. And the cancers are slightly different because for women, we have breast, endometrial, and ovarian cancers. And for men, we have colorectal, prostate, and liver cancer. So all of these systems in the body can get affected by obesity. This was a very interesting metagenomic study done in the Indian population to find out the bacteria, the gut microbiota between, the difference in gut microbiota between obese and lean individuals. So in the obese people, proteobacteria, negative acutes, gamma proteobacteria, and Bellionelliaceae were more abundant. And in the lean persons, Clostridia, Prevotalaceae, Lactospiraceae, Enterobacteriaceae, and Ruminococcaceae were more abundant in lean individuals. So even this has an influence, and today we know that there is gut axis linking to a whole lot of diseases. So the difference in the gut microbiota itself shows that there is something wrong in our lifestyle, and that is why there is a problem of huge amount of obesity. Very recently, a group of very senior researchers, which included endocrinologists, physicians, and nutritionists in India, they came out with a revised definition of obesity amongst Indians. Now, why did they have to revise this, or what did they revise? Earlier in the year 2009, headed by the same group of people, but the entire the commission members were slightly different. But the same group of people had brought out guidelines which concentrated more on BMI. Yes, so as this says, why the revision? The prevailing guidelines for obesity in Indians published in 2009 relied only on body mass index. And I think so did we at that point in time, at least 30, 40 years ago, we only talked about BMI. We didn't talk so much about the waist circumference or waist height ratio, which would be a marker for obesity. But today we know things are different. So at that point in time, the limitations of BMI was accurately diagnosing obesity was not sufficient. Association between generalized and abdominal adiposity in Asian Indians and the early onset comorbid diseases were also are also present, and therefore a redefinition was needed, is what this group of senior researchers thought, and that is why they brought out a revised guidelines or a revised definition, which says stage 1 obesity individuals exhibit increased adiposity, of course, BMI greater than 23, without effects on organ functions or daily activities. Stage 2 obesity is a more advanced stage, which is characterized by heightened adiposity, generalized as well as abdominal, that is the waist circumference, impacting both physical and organ functions, resulting in limitations during day-to-day activities, as well as contributing to comorbid diseases. And this includes a mandatory BMI exceeding 23 and at least one of the following parameters. So I will show you the diagrammatic representation. This is beautifully shown. Obesity, which with BMI greater than 23 kg per meter square. Stage 1 is BMI greater than 23, which is mandatory. Optional would be one of these, waist circumference or waist to height ratio or body fat, plus no symptoms suggestive of limitations of day-to-day activities due to obesity, plus no obesity-related comorbid diseases. So this is referred to as stage 1 obesity in their paper published. And stage 2 is defined as definitely BMI greater than 23, equal to or greater than 23, plus one of the following: waist circumference or waist to height ratio should be there, rather the abnormal limit should be in addition to the high BMI, and body fat percent also, if it is high, but it is optional, not mandatory. So this comes under stage 2. Along with this, there is obesity-associated limitations in day-to-day activities. One or more of this, that is shortness of breath, palpitations, musculoskeletal symptoms like pain of joints of lower limbs, right? The details are there in the paper if you're interested in going through. Or obesity-associated comorbid diseases, one or more of these, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, high blood pressure, OSA, NAFLD, dyslipidemia, osteoarthritis, mental health disorders, infertility, and PCOS. So this combination is considered to be stage 2 obesity, which is obviously more serious and more severe than stage 1. The anthropometric cutoffs in this paper shows that body fat should be less than 25% for men and less than 38% for women. So if it is greater than 25 or greater than 38, then it is high body fat. Normal BMI, as we all know, is between 18.5 and 22.9. Grade 1 is between 23 and 24.9. Grade 2 is 25 and 27.5. Grade 3 is 27.6 and 32.4, and grade 4 is over 32.5. This classification, I think most of you are using already. Abdominal obesity, waist circumference greater or equal to 90% in men and greater or equal to 80% in women is considered abdominal obesity. And waist height ratio, above 0.5 comes under is considered a high indicator for obesity. So these are the anthropometric cutoffs that the latest paper or revised definition has included in Dr. Anup Mishra and his team's paper. It's a very interesting paper. If you want to read through the whole thing, you will get to learn a lot. And I would encourage all of you to read through it if you can find time. So what does it take to combat obesity? Of course, it takes people like all of you sitting here to fight this problem of obesity, because you are the starting point for everybody to guide them, to put your patients on the right track. The government of India has already launched several initiatives, including the Fit India movement, the National Program for NCDs, Poshan Abhiyan, Eat Right India, and Khelo India to promote healthier lifestyles, better nutrition, and physical activity. These programs aim to encourage long-term behavioral change, ensuring a healthier future for everyone. So these are some of the programs and campaigns that have been used. In the past, we have all seen Aaj Se Thoda Kam, where FSSAI encouraged people to use less oil, less sugar, and less salt, not just in daily cooking, but also in packaged foods. And more recently, in the Prime Minister, in his Mann Ki Baat address, requested or encouraged people to use 10% less oil every single day while cooking to fight obesity. And the PM's office has also appointed fitness ambassadors to help people fight obesity. And they have requested these 10 ambassadors to in turn nominate 10 other people, and so on and so forth. So it becomes like a chain reaction and a domino effect, where more and more people get to talk about fighting obesity or preventing obesity. And as you can see, there are people from all walks of life: philanthropy, singer, actor, Infosys co-founder, Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, businessman, actor, shooter, weightlifter, so on and so forth. And you might have all seen this very recently, I think about 10 days ago, CBSE ordered sugar boards in schools. So there are so many public campaigns, taking place in India. And I think we, as dietitians and nutritionists, we have a lot of work to do and a huge role to play in the action of against obesity. And people say that it takes a village to bring up a child. And I would say it takes the entire nation, I think, to hold hands and fight the problem of obesity and NCDs, which is really increasing at a very alarming rate. So nutrition literacy is important, behavioral change is important, local community engagement is important, interventions at individual educational institutions, workplace, and healthcare institutions are vital. And I think most of you are involved in this space where you do diet counseling or nutrition counseling, awareness activities, and so on. Government policies are definitely very, very important to promote healthy lifestyles, and I think some of it is already being done. And industry participation is also very important to ensure that products that are brought out in the market are actually health promoting and not. Am I exceeding my time? Sorry, what was that? Anyway, last slide. As dietitians and nutritionists, we have a lot of work to do in terms of public awareness, counseling, research, and partnership to reduce the immense burden of obesity in India. Thank you very much. I'm going to stop sharing now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sheila ma'am, for such thought-provoking presentation. Your insights into the latest trends in obesity management and their relevance to India have been incredibly valuable. Now it's time to welcome our next speaker, Ms. Isha Singh, who will be taking us through the exciting and new product by Good Monk.
Thank you, Shreya. I would need your help to run through my slides as and like I go. Thank you, everybody, first of all, for joining us, for attending this webinar and making time from your busy schedules. And that was the only reason we wanted to keep it for a shorter, close group, which are our own nutrition affiliates. And, as we wanted to have a thorough discussion on obesity and then move to the, the new product announcement. So I will, without further ado, and I just move to the next slide and talk about, it may be a little repetitive because Sheila ma'am has already, shared a lot about obesity. So we all know, being nutritionist, and I also being a clinical nutritionist by training, we do understand that, how obesity has come up as a major public health problem, and it is not only impacting countries which are well taken care of and well developed, but they're also impacting the countries which are poorer and the third world countries. So obesity has emerged as a major problem, and it's become a paradoxically coexistent as undernutrition as well. So almost 30 to 60% of the urban Indians, with the latest data, they're either overweight or obese or have abdominal obesity. So I don't want to repeat these stats because Sheila ma'am has already presented it, but the key point is there are a lot of people who are obese when it comes to NFHS data. Sheila ma'am has already presented, so I will just talk about something regarding very alarming, which has come up from the latest Apollo Health's annual health report. Because here, if you can see on the slide, that as per the latest health report from year 2024, they have informed that obesity has stood out as the most common risk factor for all the chronic NCDs. And 3 in 4 people who came for preventive health checkups last year in 2023-24 were either obese or overweight as per their BMI. So this raises an alarm on our sedentary lifestyles. And there is also a significant increase in overweight and obese population, which was observed while there was a data which was analyzed between 2016 up to 2023. So there is a tremendous and sharp rise in the obesity. As Sheila ma'am's presentation, we have already covered the latest, guidelines by Dr. Anup Mishra and team. So just on the right side, I have mentioned that Asian Indians, we exhibit a very unique feature of obesity. We have excess fat, body fat, abdominal obesity, increased subcutaneous and intra-abdominal fat. We have deposition of fat in ectopic sites like liver and muscles. But that is the only reason, it makes us more prone to all sorts of non-communicable diseases. Just move to the next slide, please. Yeah, so we all know, being nutritionists, we have been taking this day in, day out, and there is nothing new which I'm going to talk about now. So main key issues which are around obesity are the poor dietary patterns. These are ultra-processed food, increased nutrient requirements due to inflammation and altered metabolism. There's a lot of impaired absorption of the nutrients because there is dysbiosis and there is altered microbiota in the gut. Sometimes people are also going ahead with bariatric surgeries. There is a change of pharmacokinetics, and the lack of physical activity tops up everything. Even there is a low fiber intake, and among the people who are found to be obese and overweight, maybe because they tend to use more of a calorie dense diet, not the nutrient dense diet, as well as ultra processed foods consumption. So if you see overall, there are three key issues which people tend to focus on and they have during obesity. One is low metabolism, that is due to high energy intake, low energy output, and low physical activity, and changes in their pharmacokinetics. The second one is low energy micronutrient deficiency. So when people tend to go on diets, they actually, don't take care of their micronutrients and they feel weak. They are low energy, and they also have micronutrient deficiency, which doesn't show up. They may be subclinical and then turn to be clinical later on. There is also a lot of pharmacokinetics involved and inflammation, which leads to micronutrient deficiency that I will talk about in the next slides. The other thing is there is a lot of issues with low fiber intake and low satiety. So people tend to junk on very frequently on unhealthy food in between the meals. They eat a lot of processed food, and hence there is a low dietary fiber intake, as which leads to GI disturbances as well as constipation. So I will move to my next slide with a question. So if you all can see, I'm sure there is a little lag in the voice when we stream from our side to the streaming platform. So please bear in mind there will be a 15 to 20 seconds lag. So if you can see the screen and you can see an image of the great weight management tug of war. So there is always a tug of war when it comes to weight management. For weight loss, people go on low calorie diet and they increase physical activity, and they're on the on and off of their habits, if you can see on the left side of the this image. If you see on the right side, I would say on the other hand, when somebody loses weight, there comes a satisfaction zone. And then they say, I have achieved this and I can increase my calories and I can eat anything, my BMI is higher, or my metabolism is higher. So so then what happens? It increases the chances of weight regain. They lead to low satiety hormones, they increase in the hunger hormones and low metabolism. So on top of that, what is ironic in this situation that we live in the world of instant solutions. There is a weight loss app which promises quick fixes for us, for anybody who wants to lose weight. And there is a AI generated plans that cannot deep dive how a professional nutritionist or a dietitian can customize a plan. So I would want to say that, a real health isn't an algorithm. So let's see how a holistic approach from Good Monk can help you and your clients to be very focused on how weight management is being taken care of. So now I would like to gives me a big pride to move to the next slide and showcase our new product launch, which is straight off the baking oven, I would say. And we feel a lot of pride and to introduce this product to you. It is Good Monk's weight management program. It isn't just another launch, I would say. It's a bold step forward in the vast ocean of weight management category. And we don't come up with just one product. We have come up with a program wherein it takes care of basic aspects of the weight management journey to support a client or a customer in the weight management journey, along with a diet and lifestyle modification. There is a disclaimer here that no product can be a magic pill. It always has to be paired with a nutrition, healthy nutrition, and well as diet and lifestyle modification, being very active, and then changing the lifestyle. So moving to the next slide, just want to make sure there is a three-pronged approach which we are targeting with this kind of a product program. It is all about how we are going to tackle those three key issues associated with obesity, which I just highlighted in my earlier slide. That is low metabolism, low energy and micronutrient deficiency, increase hunger pangs and appetite. So all these things actually impact a person when they are on a weight management journey. They do come to the nutritionist, right? So we have tried to plan in a way and arrange this program and a bundle pack in a way that it helps a person to boost their metabolism. The product on the left, that is called Good Monk Slim Biotics, and we have a trademark on this product. And then we have a product which you already know, Good Monk's Family Nutrition Mix, which will help to increase energy and micronutrient levels. And we have our own other product, which is which uses a clinically proven ingredients to and sun fiber, which increases it helps to increase the good gut bacteria as well as control the appetite. So let's learn more about it in next slides. Just want to highlight one more time what I just mentioned in the previous slides. It is a holistic approach we are trying to follow here, a synergistic effect which can be focused on an optimum outcome. What happens? Most weight management products do not work as they tackle only one issue or other. We want to prove and provide a holistic approach of product bundle along with nutrition consultation support. This will provide the right environment for any customer to get synergistic effect for optimal outcomes as well as to help them stay motivated. We all know that as nutrition professionals, that regular follow-ups and motivation for our are most important during the weight management journey. So hence we have aligned a nutrition consultation. A person who buys this particular weight management program as a kit, they will also be provided with a lot of detailed information that why this is important. There will be a brochure inside. People will see what exactly is in and why there is a synergy of the science between three products together, plus a nutrition consultation, which comes as free of cost along with the bundle. Let me move to the next slide and explain one product at a time. So if you can see, the first product is Good Monk Slim Biotics. It is a product scientifically designed and developed to support the weight management. It contains clinically proven ingredients. We have formulated this product with a very unique and special probiotic strain, which is called Lactobacillus gasseri. It is added in the very robust amount. It is a 40 billion strains of Lactobacillus gasseri. This has been used in the markets for almost 7 to 8 years now in Asia Pacific, and it has a lot of studies on population where people have lost weight, and this strain has actually helped a lot of on the adiposity per se. So it actually works on the total fat inside the body, and it also helps to make the body leaner. So we have made a synergistic combination of formula. We have added Garcinia cambogia, which helps to curb appetite, and it is well known for reducing hunger. We have a clinically proven probiotic L-Gaceri, which I just mentioned. It boosts metabolism and works on the additional fat. And we have added L-carnitine, chromium piconolate, as well as sun fiber as dietary fiber. The image on the right shows that we have tested this product's efficacy with a nutritionist in their clinic setup. So we tried to pair this product with the diet and lifestyle modification, and the results were quite interesting. We found that 8 out of 10 subjects showed improvement in their parameters like waist circumference, hip circumference, body weight, and body fat percentage levels. Although it is not a clinical study, but we are sure, we wanted to make sure that, a product, when coming from the ingredient science, when it is added to the product, it working what it is, studied for back in the science and the scientific community. So we wanted to make sure the product is efficacious and hence and safe. So we have done a long-term clinical efficacy testing among 10 subjects. Moving forward, we also plan as and when product goes up, and we want to see how the customers are reacting to it, and we want to see and invest in more and more science of this product. Coming to the next slide. I would just want to explain something in detail. The three mechanism how symbiotics works is it contains I have mentioned that it contains L-gacery, it contains Garcinia cambogia, and well as L-carnitine and chromium piconolate. So in general, probiotics influence appetite and energy homeostasis. It is a busy slide, so please don't bother to read everything. I will just explain in a nutshell. So probiotics influence appetite and energy homeostasis through increased SCFA production. We all know that. It has been shown that Bifidobacterium species and Lactobacillus species produce pro-healthy conjugated linoleic acid, CLA, and CLA affects body weight by improving energy metabolism and lipolysis. So based on the available literature on L-gacery, it also helps improve inflammatory conditions in adipocyte tissues and the intestine, and helps the body to resist oxidative stress. So overall, it works at the back end to support during the obesity. So it also increases the fat droplet size and reduces the absorption and digestion by the body. Furthermore, they deconjugate the bile acids while increases the excretion of fats and the sterols in human feces. That's the mechanism, beautiful mechanism it works on. So L-gacery is also studied for its inhibition of pancreatic lipase. It reduces serum leptin and increases the number of small adipocyte tissues in the body. It also inhibits the growth of adipocyte tissues in the body. By these mechanisms, it is very important to understand that L-gacery is a good candidate for weight management and weight loss benefits. Coming to Garcinia cambogia, we all know that it is called Malabar tamarind, and it has been well studied for hunger suppression, and that's how it helps in weight management. For L-carnitine and chromium piconolate, it helps in burning fat. So that's how the product really works well. If you guys have any questions, I would request you to put it in the comment. We will be addressing it if time permits. If not, that we will be trying to reach out to you once the webinar is over. Coming to the next slide. Yeah, so for the next slide, I just want to make sure that everybody has the slide on their screen. So the second product in the weight management program is Good Monk Family Nutrition Mix. It is our clinically proven formula for micronutrient supplementation and helps improve energy and micronutrient levels. This is based on the data which is presented is based on the clinical trial which we had conducted on for 120 days, and it's under publication right now. So we have noticed that 83% improvement was observed in energy levels when people consume this regularly up to 120 days. Also, micronutrient levels of the participants increased from baseline to 26% improvement in vitamin D, 65% improvement in vitamin B12, and 99% improvement in the levels of iron in anemic females. However, for normal females, it was a 53% improvement. This makes the product a right clinically backed candidate for improvement in micronutrient deficiency. And I'm sure this product is already in the market for so many days and you have been used it for your customers. And this makes a right candidate to be chosen for this particular program so that we have a clinically proven formula. Coming to the next slide. As I mentioned that in my earlier slide, there are a lot of correlation between micronutrient deficiencies and obesity. So there are strong scientific evidence that emphasize on obesity-related micronutrient deficiencies. Excuse me. This demonstrates the complexity of the issue. Since the individual faces a double burden of malnutrition with overnutrition and deficit malnutrition coexist, that creates a bigger problem. So data suggest patients with severe obesity compared to normal people are exposed to more micronutrient deficiencies. There are multiple factors which influence this problem, including a low quality and poorly varied diet, but this also the deficiency can also be due to the alterations in the absorption, distribution, and excretion of nutrients. On top of that, inflammatory state caused by the obesity condition and increased expression of systemic micron regulating protein hepcidin that can affect iron status in the body. So that means people who are obese are more prone to iron deficiency as well. Likewise, due to various mechanisms, including volumetric dilution in larger volumes of fat, serum, liver, and muscle, vitamin D deficiency is also very common in individuals with obesity. That I will explain with a lot of research in my next slide. Again, I would like to say that this is a busy slide. There are a lot of small text. So please focus on what I am saying instead of reading those slides. So I would like to just quickly summarize it with key points here. There exists a correlation between vitamin D levels and obesity. As you can see, the excerpts from the research articles which I have highlighted here, the key pointers which come out is children and adolescents with obesity are at higher risk of vitamin D deficiency. And vitamin D deficiency was in subjects with obesity. There is an inverse correlation found between BMI and serum levels of hormones, that is hydroxy vitamin and hydroxyvitamin 25-OH2D. So that's the only thing I would want to highlight, that there is a lot of risk involved with obesity for vitamin D deficiency, and which is becoming a big problem in India. As you can see, there are a lot of Indians as well as globally, people are, although it is a sunshine vitamin, there are a lot of people who are vitamin D deficient. This takes me to the next step for my third product in the weight management program. So move to the next slide. This particular product contains clinically proven ingredients which help to support satiety and gut health. So it is a supplement which is formulated to work on a symbiotic mechanism, which is a pre and a probiotic. It contains clinically proven sun fiber, which is a partially hydrolyzed guar gum, prebiotic, and a bacillus coagulans strain, which is a probiotic. Sun fiber I want to highlight more on sun fiber here, not just the total product. Sun fiber is clinically proven to improve gut health and satiety. So I'm not talking that product is clinically proven, I'm talking that product contains ingredients which are clinically proven. So satiety and appetite control, there are a lot of, data which is available. There are 150 plus clinical trials on sun fiber alone, which are for IBS, for constipation, for satiety, for blood sugar spike, for weight management, and appetite control. So there are a lot of data. If anybody is interested, we will be able to share that clinical study summaries as well as a part of a reading document. So coming to the gut health benefits, it increases the Akkermansia levels, which is a beneficial bacteria associated with improved metabolic health and reduced inflammation. Akkermansia levels are higher in lean individuals and lower in people with obesity. So when consumed, when sun fiber was consumed, the Akkermansia levels got increased as per the study how it states. Improved stool consistency was seen amongst 50% of people in 2 months' time. This is based on the dosage between 3 to 6 grams per day. Regularity of passing stools increased up to 21% with the same amount of dosage. So it concludes, I've just highlighted few health benefits. There are many, so we can have a discussion on that later if somebody is interested. Satiety and appetite control, another big one when it comes to weight management. So here, reducing the snacking, a daily intake of just a minimal of 2 grams sun fiber over 2 weeks led to approx 20% reduction in daily calorie intake from snacking. So that means just a small tweak in the diet, just 2 grams can even impact that much. So the dosage is around 3 to 6 grams. So that's how it goes. Delayed colonic transit time was observed. It helps to prolong the digestion and contributing to a sustained feeling of fullness. Hence, a person doesn't tend to eat faster. There is an increase in the satiety hormone CCK, cholecystokinin. The elevated levels of CCK were observed, which help to regulate appetite. So this is just a glimpse about the sun fiber, which is a very good ingredient, as well as bacillus coagulant we have added to it. It helps, bridge the gap and increase a good gut health. So I will just move to my next slide. I think I'm taking more time now to explain. Coming to the next slide, how we want people to take it. It will be 3 products, which is 1, 2, and 3. So simply mix 1, 2, and 3. We are not complicating it, although most of our products are add to food, add to water. So this particular, all 3 products can be taken in water. So the idea is to make it easier for the customers. So mix 1 sachet of Slim Biotics, 1 sachet of Family Nutrition Mix, and 1 scoop of Fiber Fix into 200 ml of water, shake it and drink it, or maybe just stir it. So that's how it goes. And it is made, a Slim Biotic is made of a lemonade flavor, so it gives a slight lemonade flavor as such. Yeah. So this I would stop for my side, and I want you to just understand. For my next slide, we want to make you hear from the expert who has joined us here, Ms. Swati Patel. So she is an expert clinical nutritionist with more than 30 years of experience. She has a private practice, and she has been involved with this particular product development. And welcome, Swati. I just want to mention that earlier I have mentioned that we have done a little bit of work on product development and a lot of changes and tweaks in the formula. So we tried and tested on the efficacy. So Swati was really a big support for us in terms of giving us the privilege to use the product and use it in her clinic setup with the right diet and lifestyle modification guideline. So Swati was kind enough to support and guide us during the product development and efficacy testing. Let's hear from her about her experience and product feedback. Thank you, Swati.
Hi everybody. Hi Isha.
Hi.
Hello Sheila ma'am. Yeah. Okay. So just give me a moment. Okay. So yes, I agree with Isha at every slide she spoke about, and my team has been involved during the product development journey of this product. They were conducting a check on the product's efficacy, the trials with some of my weight management clients. And during this testing, we incorporated Good Monk Slim Biotics weight management product. But remember, this was along with diet and lifestyle changes, and the clients experienced better appetite control. There were fewer cravings between the meals. We usually, as dietitians in our practice, see that the midday or mid-evening, especially the 5 to 6, rather the 4 to 6 p.m. Cravings are usually more with our clients. So there were fewer cravings here.
I think Swati just dropped out. There was some network error, I guess. Please give us a moment. I will get back with Swati.
Sorry for the interruption. Just a moment. Isha, am I audible, Isha?
Yes, Swati. Please go ahead.
I'm so sorry.
No problem.
Okay, so during this testing, we saw that there were a lot of changes the clients experienced, and they were all positive. They had better appetite control. There were fewer cravings between the meals, and definitely with all of these, there was a good amount of weight loss. And the using of the products was very convenient and very easy for them. So they were actually very happy with the results, and they asked to continue the product usage for a few more months, and they were actually looking forward to the product launch, right? So I think we are launching the product, and they're going to be very happy with this, Isha. So, and from this experience, we can also say that Good Monk Slim Biotic weight management is good to support healthy weight management, helping you stay on track with your goals. Along with that, there was a lot of managing of the food cravings, as I said, the midday snack attacks that usually our clients face. Now, their metabolism enhanced, and so there was a lot of calorie burning. It also helped them reduce their fat storage, especially in the stubborn areas, which all of our clients are so worried about, right? And therefore, in conclusion, I can say that this Good Monk product will offer, or rather, it does offer a holistic approach, and but as an adjunct to weight management when paired with a balanced diet and regular exercise. So yes, I'm very happy with the product, as my clients are also very happy with this. So yeah, thank you, Isha, for giving this chance also for me to share my experience with my clients.
Thanks, Swati, and you have been a great support, and we have bothered you a lot with a lot of feedback questions and how to, make a robust plan with the product launch and how, whether the product is tasting good. And we were always working. So, we wanted to get the real world experience before we launched the product and hit the market. And that was the reason we engaged Swati, being a clinical nutritionist, and she understands, like you all understand. So we could not reach to all of you, which we would have if we would have more time. But we definitely want to share the product with you once we have launched the product. There will be a kit which will be sent to all the nutritional affiliates who have joined us during the webinar today. Without further ado, I will just move on to the next slide. Swati, you can mute yourself, and if you can stay with us for 10-15 minutes, it would be great if somebody has a question. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So let's show you a few customer images from the efficacy testing point of view. The next slide. So if these are the slides, I have just masked the faces and I've not mentioned the name due to the privacy concerns. And if you can see, I just picked up 3 because I didn't want to burden with all 8. The ones which have a sustained weight loss, who stick to the regime for the longest of time, and you can see the results here. So meet the real people with real results. These are the clients from Swati Patel's clinic in Vadodara. And the 2 ladies and the gentleman all have lost approximately 10 and 10 plus kgs. It's not easy. And they have taken a good 6 to 7 months time. And if you can see, they have always highlighted a point. They have reduction in appetite and hunger pangs. The most common factor was these, and increase in energy. So they definitely followed a diet, product, and lifestyle modification, a 3-pronged approach. This under a trained certified nutritionist, and the guidance and motivation was always there for them. So hence there was a follow through, and they have achieved the results what they want. I'm not saying that the product has worked miraculously for them to get the weight loss. No, it is all comes together, and it has worked well in synergy along with the diet and lifestyle changes, as well as motivation. That is most important. People want quick results now. They want to drink the product or get a supplement. Those are the people who we don't want them to take this product. We want to motivate them and educate them with the nutritionist. As I mentioned in my first slide, that first and second slide, that tug of war. There are a lot of quick fix solution, but we are not here for a quick fix solution. We don't want to say that yes, you take the product and you lose weight in 1 week's time or 10 days. No, it takes time. And hence, that is the reason we are having this meeting today with the nutritionist. And we have decided to launch this product, as most of you who are attending the webinar are already aware that we are launching this product in a very different way and a very different model. It is going to be from the nutritionist health expert, from the healthcare experts, not on the web. It will be, yes, it will be captured on the website for people who want to have the product, and there will be a free nutrition consultation provided by the company. But we don't know how much we can do it online. So we thought we will be doing this product launch and working with all affiliates we have and bring in more affiliates into our network through your word of mouth, and then reward you guys with a good new nutrition affiliate program. Hence, I am moving to the next slide. So after having a detailed look at our new product, let's talk about Good Monk Nutrition Affiliate Program. Good Monk is on a journey to build a stronger nutritionist community to help the customers get the right nutrition product which are trusted by them, used by them, and clinically backed. We are not forcing the product to be sold immediately. We expect you to see the product, use the product, and learn the science, ask questions to us, get back to us. If you have any questions, do reach out to us. The number is flashing on the screen. And that will be sent out to you. There will be a flyer which will be sent out to you by Monday, so that you have some more details about the product, the concept, and the holistic approach. So why we are doing this? Why we are going ahead with only nutritionist affiliate connection and word of mouth? Because we believe even if we put the product on the website, not everybody will follow through. Even if people are looking for all the solutions, they want to pay for it, but we don't want to just sell the product. We want to give them the right, the change and transformation which they are looking for. And that is only possible with the experts like you, who decide when they join, when they want to have the clients and discuss with them based on their personalized approach, based on their clinical parameters, their history, their medical history, their genetic history, their lifestyle and modification. You know the drill, that how many times tweaks a diet plan needs, what are the dietary changes are required. But because people don't follow that, sometimes we need real people to talk about it. And hence we have come up with a new affiliate engagement plan. Coming to the next slide. This is our existing plan, which most of you are already aware of. This is plan A, wherein you can stock the products at the clinic and you can get 40% discount on MRP. But there is another plan, which is plan B, wherein you don't want to keep the products with you. We just want to use a referral code, wherein when you share your referral code, you get 25% commission of the sales from the affiliate, and 10% discount will be given to the your clients. But all the plan is always used on the Good Monk website only, the plan B. Currently, this is the existing one. And this, if you want, we can reshare the details with you once again. And we thank all the nutritionists who have actually believed in us, in our mission to make nutrition easy and effective and clean over the past 2 years, and ongoing support. We have a lot of nutritionists who do recommend our product, like Family Nutrition Mix, our Healthy 50 Plus, our Fiber Fix. And that is not the end of the world. We want to reach out to more and more people. We need your support right now to spread the word, to make it a bigger community. Hence, we are trying to, bring in this referral program, which is only for the newly launched product. And there will be a referral bonus. If we can move to the next slide, and I can explain that. The all new referral program only has one-time referral bonus. Please bear that in mind. We will be sharing more details with you later on. The qualification criteria for this program is simple. If you can see on the left, nutritionist 1 being you and nutritionist 2 being your friend. So suppose if you refer nutritionist 2, you must confirm to us via an email that you have referred that person to our network. Second step is that nutritionist 2 only gets activated, means it can make you get the bonus of the referral bonus only when he or she makes first purchase or first sale using their code for weight management program, the one which we have just launched. So once they have bought it or sold it, they will be activated. That means you get eligible for a 1,000 rupees one-time bonus, which is we think is a fairly good amount, because suppose we want a lot of nutritionists. It's not just we are adding numbers. We want more credible people who believe in our product later on and who talk on our behalf. We are not forcing people. We are just trying to give an extra earning opportunity for the nutritionist. And we want to just make sure that once this is only a one-time referral bonus, just want to highlight, suppose you refer 5 nutritionists next month and they all get activated. That means they have made their sale through their referral code. So you get eligible for 5,000 as a referral bonus for 5 nutritionists being activated. Please note that this is in case you only earn referral bonus, not the commission on nutrition to sale. This is not a multi-level marketing, I want to highlight. It is just a one-time marketing expenditure for a referral. So you earn commission on your sales when you use your unique code, which you have been using as per the regular affiliate program and sign up. So we will share all these details in case you have more queries. So you can feel free to reach out to us. I'm sorry that it took more time than we could, but we wanted more time to address more and more details and share more and more details. So just quickly want to run through the next slide and before we end. That is my last slide. And this is the particulars of the product details. So this weight management program will come into 3 different stock keeping units. This is SKU, 15 days trial pack, which contains 15 serves of Good Monk Slim Biotics, Family Nutrition Mix, and Fiber Fix. 1 month supply pack and a 2 month supply pack. That is like, so then we can just move back to the previous slide, please. Yeah, so now you see when a nutritionist to buy a weight management program, that's when they get activated. So this is what it is very important to remember. And once they are activated, they do their own stuff. You do your own stuff. They recommend their own products and earn commission. You recommend your own products and earn commission on a regular basis. But the referral bonus is only one time. So these details can be shared on later on. Can we skip to the question and answers? This is the end of my presentation. I think if we have any questions in the chat, because it's already 1 o'clock, we have less time and we will try to take up, but please add your questions and queries in the comment section. We will get back to you as soon as possible. And in case you have the number where you would have got the invite from, you can reach out to us on that number as well. Sheila ma'am, would you want to say a few words if possible? Anything? Yeah.
Well, nothing to add except congratulations to you and your team and the entire Superfoods Valley team for bringing out a new product. And since weight management is a very big concern in our country, hopefully, as you rightly said, incorporating this into a healthy lifestyle practice, like, proper diet and physical activity and adequate sleep and stress management, the entire package has to be done at one time simultaneously. And hopefully we'll see a healthier India after some time. Yeah, and wish you all the very best.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for your support.
And
If you have questions, I think we are over time, so maybe if we can.
If Nandakishore can post the questions here, that'll be nice in the chat, if there are any.
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
So there are no questions, Nandakishore? Okay, Shreya, then if there are no questions, then you can move to your thank you slide, please.
Sure, Isha. Thanks. So, yeah, as we come to the end of the session, I would like to express my gratitude to all our speakers. First and foremost, a big thank you to Ms. Sheila Krishnaswamy ma'am and Ms. Isha Singh for their presentation and for sharing their expertise with us. And also a special thanks to Ms. Swati Patel for her practical insights and feedback on our product usage. Thanks to all the participants for joining us today, and we look forward to staying connected with all of you. And if there's anything that we couldn't address today, we'll surely get back to you after the session. Thank you so much once again, everybody, and have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you, Shreya. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.